What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Today with a 10 card PSA video. That's right, we got a PSA order back. Unfortunately, it's not the one that I have been desperately waiting for. That one is still moving through the system. This is a 10 card reholder order. This was sent in August 23rd. It got delivered back to me last week. It actually came while I was at New York Comic Con. So picked it up this morning from the old FedEx office. So took about 2 months. My value bulk order has been in the final stages of assembly for weeks now. That's the order that I cannot wait to get back. There's all sorts of fun stuff in that order. Very, very curious to see what those grades are. I'm hoping they pop any day, but I've been saying that for weeks. So this was an order. I had a bunch of cool Manny Ramirez stuff that I had picked up. Most of it in one lot from one seller, but I had some other stuff laying around, and they were in some very old PSA cases. They were pretty busted up, some crappy looking labels. So they ran a special right around the National. I think it was like $10 or $11 or $8 or $9 or something to reholder a card. $10. I forget the exact amount, but it was a pretty good deal. So I sent some stuff in. So we're going to run through those. None of the grades changed, which I think can technically happen on a reholder. I didn't have that. And then, so we're going to run through these 10, and then I will just show you guys some other cool stuff that's in the Ramirez PC. So we're going to run through this order and then just kind of show off some other fun stuff from the Manny Ramirez PC where it sits. Because a lot of this stuff was some of my better stuff. It was just in old slabs. So let's go ahead and rip through these. Oh, I should note, PSA did announce a small pricing special today. It's just on regular service. I think it's $50 to get a card back in 10 days. And the other thing I think I've heard is that their value check-in has sped up quite a bit, which I think I talked about in the PSA video. So first up, we got 97 Finest. This is going to be a trip down memory lane if you were a 90s collector. And I'm really glad that I ended up upgrading these. These look way nicer in the new nice clear slabs. Some of the other ones were really, really scratched up. 97 Finest Refractor. This is the Masters. This is, I looked some of these up. I think this one's like a pop 7 in a PSA 10. Some of these are pretty low population. Next up, we have one of my favorites out of all these is the 97 Finest Refractor, Topps Finest Refractor. This one's the Generations one, or I'm sorry, Competitors one rather. But as Lico3 likes to say, fantastic shine on both those last two cards. This is a pop 3, I believe, in a PSA 10. Another one of my favorites, 96 Finest. This is the Sterling. This one is a pop 4, I believe. I don't know what they injected into 90s refractor shine, but boy, oh boy, they just hit different than the modern stuff, in my opinion. Next, we have a 98 Flair Showcase Row 3. This one is a pop 3. Love the Flair Showcases. I have quite a few of these in varying different grades and varying different years. I would love a Row 0 at some point in time. But great looking card. Those look absolutely fantastic. This one is a pop 1. This is a 99 Flair Showcase Row 3. PSA 10. Most of these are all PSA 10. But this one is a pop 1. Another pop 1. This is a Topps High Tech from 1999. Topps Tech from 1999. This is a pop 1. There's another Topps Tech card in here. I think it's like a pop 3 or something. But cool card. These are clear. Acetate finish if you're not familiar with these or you don't remember these bad boys. Like I said, told you this would be a trip down 90s memory lane. This one is a pop. This is a PSA 9. This is only PSA 9 in the order. 97 Finest. This is Power. This is a pop 3 with, I think, 3 PSA 10s on the pop report. Cool looking card, little lightning bolts and stuff. This is the 97 Finest embossed with the die cut. It's got like a little, almost looks like a ticket stub around it. This is a pop 3, I believe. Very, very tough grade on these, obviously, with that edge on it. This one looks like it fits a little loose in there, maybe. Nope, just a little, look a little crooked or something. Probably bounces a little bit, I'm guessing. I don't know. This is my first time with the new PSA cases. They do look a little clear. I have heard, which I'm not going to be cracking any of these. I have heard these are very, very difficult to crack. Next up, another Topps Tech. This one is a pop 2. Just a different parallel of the other one. This is the A. I think the other one's the B. And then probably my favorite card in the order. This is a PSA, or this is a pop 2 in PSA 10. This is the 99 Summit, or I'm sorry, 95 Summit. Nth Degree. I love this card. These look gorgeous. Remember when I got this, I sent a picture over to Dakota Sports Cards Anonymous. I think he immediately went and bought a Jeff Bagwell. But just a great card there. Pop 2 on that one. Just to kind of round, so that was the 10 card reholder order, just to kind of round this out and just kind of show off. I'm not going to show every single card, but just some of the more rare, cooler cards I have in the Ramirez PC, because now that I've kind of got this stuff back and I was sit down going through some stuff, I'm like, well, actually I have some pretty cool stuff. I don't have anything like ridiculously crazy, but still some pretty cool, unique stuff. I have this in a BGS 9.5, a True Gem Plus. This is the 97 Leaf Fractal Matrix die cut. So these are, I forget the story behind this one. The print run on this one is very, very small. And obviously to get a die cut in a decent grade is ridiculously hard to do. So that's a pretty cool one. Maybe my favorite card out of all of them. I picked this one up from the Philly show. And this is just one of those ones, you know, if you grew up in that era, you know, but it's not his true rookie card. I consider it a rookie card. I know it's not. Don't get mad, Victor. It's just, to me, it's one of his most iconic early cards, and it's from the same year as the Derek Jeter. It's the 1993 SP Manny Ramirez. It's the foil. This is a Min Gem, 395s and a 9. But the Ramirez, like I said, I picked this up at the Philly show, I think for like 70 or 80 bucks. I ran across this in a case, and one of the first tables when I walked in the door, and I immediately grabbed it. You just never see any of these 93 SPs in a high grade. If this was a Jeter, this would be an absolute monster. But I will take this all day, every day. This is probably my favorite card in the Ramirez PC just because of the grade on it. I had this card as a kid. I think I still have my copy from a kid laying around. It is beat to hell. So that's a really fun one. Love these SPXs. I got this one in a PSA 10. This is actually like a pop 3 in a PSA 10. I'm surprised it's that high. Once again, die cut. Had the Kobe of this at one point in time, but always a big fan of the SPXs back in the day. Upper Deck, they just really knew what they were doing. Recent pickup, you saw this if you watched the last mail day video. Like I said, this is kind of my nicer Ramirez stuff. The credentials in a PSA 9. This is numbered out of 299. Just got this one in. And then I have the Essential Credentials from 1999. Picked this one up a couple months ago as well. This one's numbered out of 90. Also in a PSA 9. Last but not least is probably the rarest card out of all these. This is the 1997 Score Stand and Deliver Gold with red letters. This is a real internet deep dive on this one. The Red Letters version of this was a redemption that you had to send in for, and the first X number of sets redeemed were with Red Letters. The crazy part about this was you had to collect the World Series winning team, I believe, in 97. The Marlins won. They were a wild card team, so you had to, I don't remember the specifics of it, but it was just a little tricky to get. And like I said, the first so many got it, and you got the complete set. It came in a plaque. When you look at the pop counts on these, they are minuscule. Even, like I always say, with 90s stuff, if you want to cheat, look at what a Griffey has for pop, and that gives you an idea of how many is out there, because Griffey's always going to be the highest. Even the Griffey on this, I think, is pop 3 or 4 total of all grades. So the Manny is a PSA or a pop 1, I believe, in a 9, maybe a pop 2. And even when you look on like Terapeak for eBay sales history, Red Letters of any player rarely sell. I stumbled across this in an eBay auction, and then when I did the research on it, I was like, I have to have this card. So this is probably my second favorite one, even though this is probably the most rare. I don't know that it's the most valuable. Probably one of the credentials is actually the most valuable, but... And I got a couple cool Ramirez stuff sitting at PSA in that PSA order. I have an autograph card there, and I have the MVP Signature Series, the Silver Script, numbered to 25 there. I'm hoping that grade's high. I thought that card looked pretty clean, but we'll find out. So that would be, those would both, the Silver Script specifically would definitely be added to this, like, this is my really nice stuff collection. So that's the order. And just kind of a little show off on the higher end stuff in my Man Ram PC. I have tons of other stuff in slabs and raw, but I just kind of wanted to show off the nicer stuff while I was debuting this order. That is all I have for you boys and girls for this one. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.